yung sinasabi mo. Ikaw ang nagtutwist. Kasi you recognize that use of force is only if necessary. But you do not recognize the fact that the response of the national government sa statement ni PRRD is not necessary. Nakikita mo yung logic mo, Reiko? Tapos sasabihin mo, harap-harapan na gustong biyakin ng Pilipinas, suportahan pa rin natin, guys. Ako nga, ayoko nga mabiyak yung Pilipinas, kaya nga ang gusto ko, umaksyon ng tama si BBM. Na not to respond dun sa mga stupid responses niya, gamit yung stupid responses niya na yan. Diyos me, Reiko. Alam mo yung mga Pilipinong kagaya nyo po, kayo po yung mga tipong lalong magpapalayo sa loob ng mga taga Mindanao. Lalo nyo paaapuyin sa galit yung galit ng damdamin nila. Ano ba akala mo yung separatist ideations na yan, bago? Hindi mo yan narinig dati, Reiko? Ano? Ikaw, feeling mo, sobra kang makabayan kasi feeling mo, ano yan, galing kayo. Pero ikaw, ayaw mo namang intindihin yung kapwa mo kababayan. Ayaw mong i-acknowledge yung ine-emote ng kababayan mo mismo. Only if necessary. Oh, only if necessary lang pala eh. Necessary ba yung quell using full extent of authority and force? Is it necessary to do that? Is it necessary to say the new call for the separate Mindanao is doomed to fail? No, because that's just stupid. You want to kill the separatism ideations? Bring them progress. That's how to do it. Or sige, di pwede rin. Galitin nyo ng galitan ng mga taga Mindanao. Tingnan natin kung anong kaya nilang gawin. Ayaw nyong kausapin eh. Ayaw nyong mag-sit down eh. Ayaw nyong enumerate nila yung sama ng loob nila eh. Diba? So Rico, you are absolutely wrong. At huwag ka magmalaki dyan na dahil feeling mo, gusto mo ng One Philippines, may karapatang ka na i-gaslight yung mga taong neglected dito sa bansang to. You have no right. Diba? You have no right to call yourself makabayan. You have no right to say that, hindi harap-harapan na mas bastos ka kasi ayaw mong i-recognize yung history. Ayaw mong i-recognize kung paano tinrato ng central government ang Mindanao. Sabi ni BBM, the new call for a separate Mindanao is doomed to fail, for it is anchored on a false premise, not to mention a sheer constitutional travesty. I strongly appeal for all concerned to stop this call for a separate Mindanao. Alam mo, ito yung, yung best example na yung presidente natin hindi talaga nakikinig. Hindi talaga nakikinig. There is no call to separate violently or unlawfully or whatnot. Okay? There are processes, okay? And yung separatist ideations, yung secession ideations ng mga Mindanao do not really envision a bloody one. Diba? They would like to follow whatever it is provided by the law, by internationally recognized way of establishing a nation, ganyan. Hindi naman sila nag-advocate ever ng Tapos parang sinasabi niya na it is anchored on false premise. Not to mention a sheer constitutional travesty, ganun. Di ba yung constitution natin is based on we, the sovereign people. And it is the sovereign people who are talking right now. Diba? Who are also expressing how they are going to put into action their secession ideations, di ba? Ideations na lang to eh, Diyos ko. Ang nakaka-disappoint kasi kay BBM yung imbes na mag-react siya in a way na i-convince niya yung mga nagmumuryot. Ang ginagawa niya, hindi, mali kayo, dapat hindi ganyan, mali yan, doomed to fail yan, ganyan. Which would actually strengthen and give more fire doon sa ideations na yun. Lalo niyo po silang ginagalit, Mr. President. Diyos me. Lalo mo silang ginagalit. Bakit? Kasi with this kind of statement, you are demonstrating that you do not really want to listen. Diba? You do not want to get to the bottom of their sentiments. And you do not want to address their sentiments. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung mga ano, no? Hindi ko alam kung sino yung mga nag-a-advise dito, sino kumakausap dito. Pero parang wala bang nagsasabi dun sa Pangulo na ano, Mr. President, the best way po to address this independent Mindanao sentiment is to ano no, to have a sit down with Mindanao leaders, ganyan-ganyan, or with with former President Duterte, ganyan. Ngayon parang meron ng move yata na pagmitingin to si PRRD at saka si BBM eh. Di nga pwede kasi di allowed sa consti, sabi ni Rico. Anong prohibition sa ano? Anong prohibition sa consti? Ano yung prohibition doon sa consti? Let's say you're going to conduct a plebiscite, ganyan. Or ano, and the people would overwhelmingly support it, ganyan. Paanong di allowed sa consti? Paanong di allowed sa consti? Sabi ni Melvin, basic RCA root cause analysis palpak na mema lang. Yun yung na-miss niyang mark dito. Hindi siya nag root cause analysis. Bakit ganun yung sentiment nila? And what should I do in order to kill the sentiment? Mga answers niya, no, it's doomed to fail. We're going to use all force and authority to quell the independent Mindanao call, the separatist call. 'Di ba? Lalo sumasama ng loob ng mga taga Mindanao. 'Di ba? Baka kakagaganyan nyo, willing silang gumawa ng peaceful move on to act on their ideations eh. Baka mamaya kakaganyan nyo, Diyos ko po. Maging maduhuyan. 'Di ba? Ano naman yan, Mr. President? Diyos me. Yung ang tawag dito, parang hindi ganito sumagot yung yung BBM na alam ko eh. Calibrated sumagot, hindi ganito kabobo. Yung mga ganitong klaseng sagot, ganito sumagot ang mga dilaw. Ganito sumagot si Pinoy. Insensitive, distant, 'di ba? Ganun. Diyos me. Sabi ni Reiko, autonomy na lang. Hindi, tingin ko naman, up for negotiation yung, ito kasi hindi mag-gets eh. Tingin ko naman up for negotiation yung Mindanao. Like the separatist call is just an ideation. Kasi nabubwisit na kami sa inyo, putang ina, sige na nga, makawalan nyo na lang kami. Ang problem, hindi nire-respect nitong administrasyon na to, yung sentiment na yun. Okay, you want the separatist sentiment to die? First step, Mr. President, acknowledge it. Masama loob nila. Acknowledge nyo. Na okay, I understand that you feel that way and I understand that you feel neglected in the past years by different administration, by this government, ganyan. But I would like you to know that I still have 4 years in my presidency and I'm going to prioritize Mindanao development and ensure that there would be enough funding to stimulate the economy in Mindanao. I'll bring you progress. Hindi ba dapat ganun ang sagot? Hindi yung parang, hindi! Force! Lahat ng gagamitin ko para matigil. Ano putang inong yan? Walang nang-aaway sa'yo. Na walang gusto makipagbarilan sa'yo. Diba? Ayun. Yung yung si Rico, yung ko lang, kasi yung self-determination, it is an international recognized concept eh, on how to, present yourself as a state. Ganon. And when people exercise self-determination, once they meet all the elements and requirement of that, you cannot stop the people kasi that's a fundamental right. And our constitution, ako sa akin lang naman to. Our constitution also recognized that the sovereign, the ultimate sovereign, is the people. And what if we conducted a plebiscite here and there is a support to that effect from the people? So how can that be unconstitutional or illegal, ganun. Ayan. Gagamitin talaga ng government ang power nila na pigilan ng cessation, trabaho nila yan, sabi ni Rico. Actually, no. Ang trabaho nila is to ensure that we're going to stay together. But in doing so, your job is not to use force kapag kunwari may gustong tumipak. Your job is to ensure that they are not going to leave. How? Diba? By first mo na order of business mo dapat dyan, i-convince mo sila na no. United Philippines is your best shot to progress, Mindanao. Remember that. So, I can agree na trabaho nila na, sige, if they have, they can use force if they want to. But is that an intelligent way of addressing the problem? No, it's not. Diba? So, ang trabaho ng national government is to ensure the entire Philippines that united, it is the best, it is our best shot to progress and development. That's your job. Now, if you choose to convince the entire islands, the entire group of islands, that the best way to achieve that is to use force and authority, putang ina, sino maniniwala sa'yo? Tyrant ka lang. Diktador ka lang. Diba? Imbis na you attack the problem, by analyzing the root cause of it, you want to shut them down by saying, okay, maingay dyan, paluin ko kayo lahat. So, is this government addressing the issue intelligently, reasonably, and responsively? Ayun. So, yun lang naman yun. Yun lang yung sa akin doon. Yun lang yung... Yes, but with the current constitutional session pa rin, gusto ni FPRRD, duty-bound ang security forces mag-respond sa secession. Anong i-respond mo? Meron bang violent threats? Hindi nga pantay. It is an independent Mindanao call. It is a secession ideation. Hindi nga yan organisado eh. 'Di ba? Hindi nga organisado, wala namang call for a bloody execution of that ideation. So, ngayon, I can understand, sige, you prepare. Pero hindi yan dapat yung main response mo. Hindi dapat yan yung main response mo. Biruin mo na nagkaroon ng ideation, wala namang threat sa'yo, pero ikaw, nag-warla-warla ka na dyan. Hindi, we're going to use force, ganyan-ganyan. And you made it as your number one action. Na lahat ng mag-a-advocate dito, gagamit kami ng force. And that is when it goes downhill. Yun yung nakaka-turn off. Kasi, Mr. President, hindi po dapat mag-sit down talk muna sana kayo. Diba? Sige, mabibigyan kita kasi talaga namang nasa disposal mo yung paggamit ng force and authority and whatnot, ganyan. But it is something that you should use later on. Pilipino yung kalaban ninyo eh. Yung pinaperceive yung kalaban nyo eh. Force agad, tangina. Lupet! Kasi parang you are telling me that that is his only option. If the leader sees that that is the only option to address the independent Mindanao call, then I think this president is missing some parts of his brain. 'Di ba? Ano ka? Yan ang alam mong response? Violence? Ganon? Sabi ni Chef, hirap talaga kapag president hindi makaranas ng nararanasan ng ordinaryong mamamayan. Hindi niya talaga maintindihan. Yun nga eh. Totoo yan. Hindi, sinabi rin niya ni ang pangalan nito, ni PRRD eh. Yung wala ka kasing laban. Wala kang laban na ipinanalo on your own. Ganon. Kaya hindi mo naiintindihan yung danas yung suffering ng iba. And that's very important, no? Especially if ang problem kasi, ako naman hindi naman ako nandi-discriminate ng mga spoiled. Kasi may mga spoiled na may mga spoiled na kayang tumawid sa real life situation. Pero it looks like yung sa kaso ni Pbbm, nandun talaga siya sa bubble. Hindi talaga siya tawid dun sa totoong damdamin ng ordinaryong Pilipino. Hindi na naiintindihan. Ayun. Ayun lang. Yung railway ng Mindanao, hindi nila pinagpatuloy kasi isa yan sa magpapaangat sa Mindanao, sabi ni Uncle Tonys. Ayun nga eh, 'di ba? Tapos Mindanao Railroad Project cost 83 billion pesos. And yet your government has the audacity to fund a 500 billion ayuda. Social amelioration program. Sino di maasar sa inyo, Mr. President? Diba? Sino di maasar sa inyo? Humanda, baka sasama ang Cebu by the 28th. Oh, may schedule na sila dun eh, no? Ng hakbang ng maisog. Diba? Ayun, dapat kaming mga taga Mindanao na hindi na pupunta sa Manila to work. If one Mindanao, duty na kami magtrabaho. Ayun, sabi ni Ma'am Imelda. Force if necessary. Sorry, hindi pagiging daktar ang paggamit na naaayon sa batas natin. Grabe twist nyo sa issue. Harap-harapan na nga na gusto biyakin ng Pilipinas, suportahin pa rin natin, sabi ni Rico. Is it necessary to use now? Let's test your argument, Rico. Is it necessary to answer we're going to use force and full extent of our authority and force to quell all the separatist call. All separatist call. Is it necessary to use force? Sige nga, Reiko. Ikaw nga dyan sa sentence mo, meron kang if necessary eh. In this situation, is it necessary? Anong tinitwist dyan? What I don't understand about you, Reiko, is that bakit hindi mo maintindihan na neglected ang Mindanao? Pagdedebatihan natin na neglected ang Mindanao? Pagdedebatihan natin na hindi sila nabibigyan ng atensyon at ng tamang mga proyekto, ng tamang suporta, ng tamang funding? Pagdedebatihan ba natin yan? Yung sinasabi mo, ikaw ang nagtutwist. Kasi you recognize that use of force is only if necessary. But you do not recognize the fact that the response of the national government sa statement ni PRRD is not necessary. Nakikita mo yung logic mo, Reiko? Tapos sasabihin mo harap-harapan na gustong biyakin ng Pilipinas, suportahan pa rin natin, guys. Ako nga, ayoko ngang mabiyak yung Pilipinas, kaya nga ang gusto ko, umaksyon ng tama si BBM. Na not to respond dun sa mga stupid responses niya, gamit yung stupid responses niya na yan. Diyos me, Reiko. Alam mo yung mga Pilipinong kagaya niyo po, kayo po yung mga tipong lalo magpapalayo sa loob ng mga taga Mindanao. Lalo niyong paaapuyin sa galit yung galit ng damdamin nila. Harap-harapan na gustong bibiyak. Ano ba akala mo yung separatist ideations na yan, bago? You think bago yan? Diyos ko, tagal-tagal nyo ng call na yan. So kaya sinong nagtutwist? Baka sabi ka ng harap-harapan, parang ngayon mo lang narinig yung separatist ideations na yan, ha? Hindi mo yan narinig dati, Reiko? Ano? Ikaw, feeling mo, sobra kang makabayan kasi feeling mo, ganyan. Pero ikaw, ayaw mo namang intindihin yung kapwa mo kababayan. Ayaw mong i-acknowledge yung ine-emote ng kababayan mo mismo. Only if necessary. Only if necessary lang pala eh. Necessary ba yung quell using full extent of authority and force? Is it necessary to do that? Is it necessary to say, the new call for the separate Mindanao is doomed to fail? No, because that's just stupid. You want to kill the separatism ideations? Bring them progress. That's how to do it. Or sige, di pwede rin. Galitin nyo ng galitin ng mga taga Mindanao. Tingnan natin kung anong kaya nilang gawin. Ayaw niyong kausapin eh, ayaw niyong mag-sit down eh, ayaw niyong enumerate nila yung sama ng loob nila eh. 'Di ba? So Rico, you are absolutely wrong. At huwag ka magmalaki dyan na dahil feeling mo, gusto mo ng One Philippines, may karapatan ka na i-gaslight yung mga taong neglected dito sa bansang to. You have no right. 'Di ba? You have no right to call yourself makabayan. You have no right to say that, hindi harap-harapan mas bastos ka kasi ayaw mong i-recognize yung history. Ayaw mong i-recognize kung paano tinrato ng central government ang Mindanao. So ikaw ang bastos dito. Hindi ka umi-effort para intindihin kung ano yung historical hugot ng Mindanao. So please lang. Diyos me, diyan ako pipi kayo sa mga masyadong mapagmalinis eh. Yung pinag-iwan walay no pagkatapos support pa din tayo. Lolo. So ikaw ang sasaanuhan ko ng medal na makabayan. Number 1 makabayan for 2024 dahil gusto niya ng One Philippines. Pero harap-harapan rin niyang ginagaslight ang plight ng Mindanao. O, di ba? Diyos me. Force if only needed, inulit-ulit mo pa. O needed ba yung force ngayon? Sige nga. Bakit makikinig sa kanya when his own insan do not? Ito management push with part 2 infra project strategic investment. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's start from there. Actually, yung Mindanao nga priority namin, ganyan-ganyan. O ba't hindi yun yung sinagot ng presidente mo, Rayco? Diyos me. Ba't hindi yun yung sinagot ng Ba't hindi yan yung sinagot ng presidente mo? Bakit inunang sagutin yung to use force? Ikaw nga mismo sinasabi mo. Only if necessary yun. Then convince Mindanao with this. Hindi ko pa na-check yung link na binigay mo, pero you seem like you have something that says that this government would like to give infrastructure in order to stimulate the kasi strategic investment ka mo eh. 'Di ba? Then why did your president did not use this to explain to Mindanao that actually you are part of my plan? Sige nga, Rico. Bakit inuna ng presidente mo na sabihin, gamitin ko ang force and authority ko to quell everything? May nakaumang na project. Matagal na may nakaumang na project sa Mindanao, Diyos me. Ang tanong, natutuloy ba? Tuloy ang project sa Mindanao kahit walang China fund. Ay, naku, Diyos ko po talaga. Yung train yung tinutukoy mo. Ray, Diyos me. Magbulahan tayo dito. Basahin mo yung article na binibigay mo. Nabasa ko na yan actually. The train project is going to be part of the 30-year railroad program. Tuloy nga siya, but it's going to be part of a 30-year program. So, ibig sabihin, it's going to be delayed again. Ay, naku, Rayco. Hindi gagamit ng force, nagwa-warning lang pag ipilit magagamitan talaga ng force. Di kupal nga talaga yung government mo. Kupal talaga yung presidente mo. Anong i-warning mo ngayon? May threat ba? Ibig sabihin, your president is insecure, your president is stupid, your president is distant, and do not want to listen. Because the first thing that you can do is to listen, but you chose to warn them. Diba? Akyat. Akyat, tapos ilagay mo yung mga link na shinare mo dito para ma-i-flash ko sa kanila. Bilis, kasi gusto rin kita kumprontahin eh. Sa harap-harapan ng gustong kineming, ganyan-ganyan. Yung parang you're gaslighting all of us here. Na parang, wow, ikaw ang mas mataas na uri ng Pilipino? Ikaw harap-harapan kang nang-gaslight sa danas ng Mindanao? Mas better ka pa sa aming lahat? Bilis, akyat, game. Because I also want to confront that. And also, another question that I want you to answer, since you presented these articles that all the projects are going to push through, nakaumang na, ganyan-ganyan, then why your president did not choose to explain those and convince Mindanao that, oh, you are my priority. Eto, oh, meron akong exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. O, asan na, Ray? Ito uli yung link. Those are the things that you have to answer. O, buti nga ikaw, mas mabilis pa mag-google si BBM, hindi niya kaya? Akit daw siya eh. Daddy Rico G, ikaw ba to? Si Rico ka ba? Ikaw ba si Rico? Ikaw yung kausap ko sa comment section. Nandito siya sa backstage eh. I just want to verify. Daddy Rico G, ayan. May private chat. O, ayan. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, Daddy Rico. Game.
Hello.
I want to understand. I want to understand. First pala, gusto mong i-share doon sa private chat yung mga link para I can flash it. So we can all take a look at it. Okay, first question. My first question to you. You think it is reasonable that the first reaction of this president in the secessionist ideations to, are we going to debate whether this is an act to take down the government or not? Kasi this is just an ideation, and this ideation has been there for a very long time. There is no intention to there is no call for a violent nothing whatsoever. Are we going to debate that, or are you going to accept it as something that we can agree on?
I agree.
It is an ideation. Okay, thank you very much. So it is an ideation, right? It is just an idea, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
as we understand or based sa naintindihan ko din sa history, everything starts with an idea. So alam mo nang sa history, that idea of secession is leading to bloody conflict sa Mindanao. So mas mabuti yung wag na lang natin i-encourage kasi dadating naman yung mga projects dyan, we just need to wait for the funding para matuloy na talaga.
So napapraning ka na baka maging bloody siya?
Oo, pigilan na natin as much as possible as early as now.
You feel that it's going to be bloody?
Oo, kasi ang dami ng instances, maraming madugong gera dyan sa Mindanao eh. So, if you ask me, hindi naman napapraning, just being, I just want to be proactive na maiwasan yan as early.
You really have to be careful here, ha? Kasi lalo mong gagalitin yung mga taga Mindanao dito. So you think because Mindanao, there had been so many conflicts in Mindanao, you think that when they put this into action, it is also going to be bloody?
Based on history lang.
Okay, so based on history. So you are saying that based on history, because there had been conflict in Mindanao, anything that they are going to suggest, it's going to be bloody.
Especially secession, yun yung nangyari sa MNLF before. And that's why ngayon naging peaceful na after na-implement yung farm.
Ng mga taga Mindanao sa'yo? Are you talking to an MNLF here? You're talking about former president.
Yun nga, alam niya, yun yung nakakasamay.
You still want to assume that this is just going to be another bloody situation. Kasi sa history, ganyan-ganyan eh.
Yun nga problema eh. Yun yung problema eh. Former president siya, bakit siya mag-i-instigate ng ganyang or mag-introduce ng ganyang idea? Eh, alam niya naman na hindi masusolve yan ng...
Is introducing an idea illegal?
Hindi, pero yun yung idea.
So, as ikaw, you want to kill the idea, but you just want to kill it because you assume something.
I want to kill the idea because it will divide the Philippines.
Yes, it is going to divide the Philippines. Are you dividing it further, actually? You are dividing it further kasi meron kang, hindi kasi ang Mindanao, violent yung mga yan sa history nila. So pagka nagganyan sila,
hindi violent entirely ang Mindanao. They're just violent events because of secessionists.
If secession is going to be violent, di ba yun yung sinasabi mo?
Oh, so bakit niya i-introduce niya na idea?
You do not trust that they can do it in a non-violent way. There are actually a lot of yung mga separatist, yung mga nag-advocate ng mga Mindanao ng separatism. I've read a lot of the really great writers. But they never advocated for that. Do you read them?
Hindi,
Or
yun lang na kuhaan ko yung sa mga leaders.
No?
Meron ako mga kamag-anak sa Mindanao din before.
Oh, kamag-anak. Oh, ano ngayon yung kamag-anak mo gusto na makipagpatayan para sa secession? Is that what you're saying?
Hindi, ang problema kasi ng bakit si FPRD mag-introduce ng secession idea, especially na naging presidente siya at alam niya yung problema dyan, will it be solved by secession? Especially yung si Pantaleon Alvarez na kasama niya, nagdadahila na hindi raw mabigyan ng project dyan sa Mindanao or sa distrito niya, tapos dapat daw malapit ka sa speaker, naging speaker naman siya. So if they will secede or if magsisede yung Mindanao, will it guarantee progress? Kasi kadalasan ng mga
then it's none of your business anymore. Kung magano sila, kung hindi sila mag-progress or kung mag-progress sila, choice nila yun eh.
Yun nga eh. Pero as of the moment, right now, sakop yung Mindanao ng Pilipinas, di ba? So it is within the power of the government.
At nabubisit na nga sila kasi hindi nyo na pinapriority yung Mindanao, nila-neglect ninyo. Hindi
Pero
na
merong,
pinag-budgetan.
now, if you would accept the fact that hindi sa priority, is it also true during FPRD's time na hindi na prioritize yung Mindanao eh? Kaya nga tayo naglagay ng president from Mindanao para mabigyan, malagakan din niya ng...
Unfortunately, during the presidency of PRRD, he actually made it a policy na yung mga big infra is not to be put in Mindanao for delicadeza reasons. Kasi nga taga Mindanao siya. Ganon.
Hindi ba gustong i-improve yung Mindanao? So bakit hindi siya i-improve kahit may priority na dapat ma-improve siya? So it doesn't make any sense. Kasi
it doesn't make any sense.
Kasi 'di ba, matagal na silang neglected. So if matagal na silang neglected, dapat sila yung priority. 'Di ba?
Anong sila yung priority?
'Di ba? You're saying ang tagal na neglected ng Mindanao.
Baka lang natin ha, gusto ko lang ito maintindihan. So sinasabi mo, naging presidente naman sila. Meron silang opportunity para i-prioritize Mindanao, but hindi nila ginawa. Ganon. 'Di ba?
Yeah, based on the premise na matagal na sila na-neglect. So if matagal na sila na-neglect, so dapat sila yung priority, 'di ba?
Noong naging presidente si PRRD, tama?
Oo, kasi chance na yun.
Hindi sinasabi ng mga taga Mindanao, sinasabi nila na akala namin kami na yung mapaprioritize, ganyan. But the build project of PRRD covers the entire country. Hindi niya talaga, may mga projects din yung Mindanao, pero hindi niya inuna kasi ang ginawa niya, buong bansa. Ganon.
Oo, maganda yung buong bansa. I supported that naman kasi...
Daddy Rico, wait lang. Ngayon, ang tawag dito, the Mindanaoans are okay with that. Kasi kahit paano, meron din naman bumabasa kanila. But the project, during that time, the infrastructure project during that time, benefits the entire country. PRRD had actually broken the tradition na yung mga infrastructure project ay nakasentro lang sa Luzon. So yung mga may taga Mindanao, actually masaya na sila doon. Ang dali nga nilang ang dali nga nilang takalmahin eh. Kasi nung fact na nakita nila na ay okay, so since ganito na ang magiging diskarte sa mga infrastructure project, this is something that we can accept because moving forward kung magiging equally distributed na ang hindi sila yung number one, pero nabababaan pa rin sila kasi lahat naman nabibigyan according dun sa immediate need mo during that time. Hindi sila yung priority, pero nabigyan sila. Yun lang yung nagmamatter and okay sila dun. Diba? Now, if this kind of project prioritizing has been carried out by the Pbbm administration and the next administration moving forward, ganyan, you will eventually reach the point that, na nasasagot rin yung pangangailangan. Hindi sila napaprioritize, pero nabibigyan sila. And by the way, PRRD also said na out of delicadeza, I do not want na parang magbuhos tayo ng maraming pondo dyan. So that is why prioritize niya ibang lugar, yung mga mahihirap na region sa Luzon. At itago na lang natin sa pangalang Bicol.
Yan nga. So if magsisid sila, so paano pa mag-continue?
Bakit it doesn't make sense? Actually, it makes a lot of sense. Because that is how you're going to keep one Philippines. One Philippines meaning all of your issues are going to be addressed all at once. Diba?
Again, I supported Bill kasi sa Cebu ako eh. So,
why did you say that it doesn't make sense?
Teka lang, wait lang. I am in for the bill kasi nga beneficiary din yung Cebu nung sa mahaba na bridge yung bago sa Mactan to Cebu, yung bagong bridge. So, I am up for that. Pero my point is if matuloy yung secession, paano pa matutuloy yung project na para sa Mindanao sana? Diba?
That's going to be the problem of Mindanao.
Iyon.
They're
So
going to do
paano
it
pa,
themselves na eh.
di ba, okay naman sila na may nalagak sa kanila kahit konti. Pero it would be much better if matuloy yung projects na para sa Mindanao.
Rito, bakit yung premise mo as if wala nang project pag humiwalay sila? Wala, makakancel ng mga project at hindi na matutuloy. Bakit nandun yung premise mo?
Kasi ang budget na gamit sa mga project is the whole budget sa Pilipinas, di ba?
Oh,
Or mahanapan niya ng
so magkakaroon
DOTR.
ng budget? Ganon?
Eh, hiwalay na sila eh. So ano, dadalhin nila yung naalot na sa
That's not for
kuan.
you to say, Daddy Rico. That's not for
So
you
yun
to
nga,
say.
that's not for us to say.
Nag-i-imagine
So,
ka ng mga bagay. Masyado kang pala imagine. Unang-una, nag-i-imagine ka that there's going to be violence. Because the history says.
hindi. It's not about violence.
Na magkakaroon ng bawian ng pera.
What I'm pointing out sa sinabi ni FBBM dun
Sabi mo
sa...
sa akin, Daddy Rico, pumupunta ka sa ibang lugar eh. Answer my question. Kanina sinasabi mo, it doesn't make sense yung ginawa ni PRRD. And I want to understand, why did you postulate that PRRD not pouring the budget to Mindanao doesn't make sense?
Hindi, kasi sabi mo, they are being
Why
neglected.
it makes sense,
So,
right? Diba? Nag-agree ka. So tell me, ngayon, pagka-explain ko sa'yo nung idea kung bakit yung build is the entire Philippines at hindi pinili ni PRRD na ibuhos lang ang pera sa Mindanao because that's the proper approach pagka one country ka, pag United Philippines ka, that's the correct approach.
yun nga eh, but if you would say...
Ganyan.
Yeah,
Diba?
but if you would say that Mindanao has been neglected for the longest time, dapat sila yung priority kasi longest time na sila na-neglect eh.
No.
O so,
Hindi ganun, knee-jerk yan. Knee-jerk reaction yan, Daddy Rico. Kung ganyan ang reaction mo, Diyos ko po.
hindi.
Okay, ganito, Daddy Rico. Sige, priority ni PRRD Mindanao. Doon niya binuhos yung infra project. What do you think will be the reaction of Luzon?
Hindi naman siguro 90% na
Wow, kasi mabait ang mga taga-Luzon. Hindi man reklamo.
Hindi. May reklamo talaga.
Assumption from you, Daddy Rico.
No, wait. Mayroon talagang magreklamo. Nagreklamo nga kayo kay PBBM 2 years pa lang siya eh. So, meron pa ang projects kasi hindi naman yan susulpot na lang na parang bula. So, it needs prioritization. So, when you said that...
And the prioritization of PRRD is very, very well distributed. And you are telling us here that it doesn't make sense na dinistribute niya evenly. Actually, the approach of PRRD when it comes to infrastructure project should have been the approach of PBBM and the next president after PRRD. Yun lang naman yung hinihingi ng mga taga Mindanao eh. Na pagka meron kayong national program, puta yung kasama naman kami, dapat makakaambon naman kami dyan. Hindi naman nila sinasabi.
Kaya nga maglalagak ng 2.4 trillion projects dyan eh.
Wait. Hindi naman sinasabi, makinig ka kasi ng entire ng sinasabi para nagigets mo. Kasi ang ginagawa mo, sasagot ka sa akin, pupunta ka sa ibang topic eh. Hindi ka nagko-concentrate sa specific topic na pinag-uusapan natin. Ngayon, ang sinususog kita dito, in-explain na sa'yo, agree ka din doon sa BBB ni PRRD. And yet, you still insist na it doesn't make sense. So parang sinasabi mo, agree ka doon sa well-distributed na build program. Pero at the same time, disagree ka kasi sinasabi mo, it doesn't make sense that they did not pour in money at prioritize Mindanao during that time. Ano ba talaga ang gusto mo?
Hindi. Ang sinasabi ko it doesn't make any sense is yung sinabi mo na matagal na na-neglect yung Mindanao. Okay? So since matagal na silang na-neglect, so dapat sila yung priority.
Okay.
Kasi doon yung maraming gulo eh.
Okay, nagets na kita doon. So doon sa parte na yon mo sinasabi na it doesn't make sense. Kaya nga in-explain ko sa'yo, it does make sense. Kasi even if Mindanao knows that they had been neglected for a very, very long time, hindi naman sila demanding. Hindi mo narinig yung part na yan?
Okay, so if hindi sila demanding, so
kaya
alam ni
masaya na sila, kaya nga, naging presidente si PRRD, masaya na sila nung nagkaroon ng build program na equally distributed yung mga projects.
Okay, if masaya na sila, bakit magkaka-idea si FPRD na hiwalay kung masaya naman pala sila sa gano'n na at least nagtitrickle in yung projects?
That's a good question. Because number one, they're doing PI and promising ayuda from people para mag-PI.
Mali naman talaga yun. I was not agreeable to the PI, pero...
Daddy Rico, wait, nagtanong ka, diba? So I want to answer it completely. Okay?
Nag-agree na ako.
Yung first is, yung sinasabi mo na, ano ba yung reason bakit nila naiisip yan, ganyan. Because they wanted to change the constitution using the promise of ayuda do sa mga tao, nagpapakalat sila doon. Alam niyo na vulnerable yung mga taga Mindanao eh, daming mahirap doon eh. 'Di ba?
Yes.
They are pouring money, giving ayuda promising ayuda, giving ayuda and getting signatures from different part of Mindanao. Okay, that's one. You want to change the constitution but you want to rape us in doing so? Ano yan? 'Di ba? Okay, that's number one. Number two, there are so many other things. Like for example, yung cancellation ng Mindanao Railway Project. Naintindihan ko that there are other factors in the cancellation of that. Okay? It is canceled, but you allocated a budget of 500 billion pesos. Massive projects are being canceled. And the amount is way less than the 500 billion social amelioration program that you funded. You cannot find an investor for the 83 billion at nagko-complain kayo na wala na kayong mahanap na magfo-fund doon. And yet you can find money for the 500 million social amelioration program. Okay? So, nakikita mo yung neglect dyan? Okay, ngayon, i-share mo sa akin yung link na sinasabi mo, yung sa DBM, and you tell me, 'di ba? Bakit ang presidente mo ay hindi niya ginamit ito para i-convince ang mga taga Mindanao? Kasi sinasabi mo na to a certain extent, pina-prioritize naman ng Mindanao. Ayun, may budget nga, ganyan-ganyan. So, I would like to ask you, why is your president did not use the link that you had given me to convince the Mindanaoans that, hey guys, I am prioritizing you. In fact, ito nga, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Bakit hindi niya ginamit yun? Bakit ang una niyang sagot to quell all the separatist ideation through authority and force? Gawain ba yan ng matinong leader?
Hindi, ganito kasi yan. Mas priority kasi napigilan yung pagka-biak ng country. Nagpunta naman siya dun nag-announce na siya about the projects that will be...
Daddy Rico, sorry ha. Kasi sabi pagbibiyak ng country. Wala pong mabibiyak. Idea lang po yung sinasabi. Okay? Parang
Kaya nga pinipigilan yung idea
problem. Alam ko na yung problem mo, Daddy Rico. Alam ko na yung problema mo.
My God.
Yung feeling mo na pagka nagkakaroon ng separatist ideation, you think it is a magic word na parang gusto ko nang mahiwalay ang Mindanao sa sa Pilipinas eh. You feel that it is like a magic word na magkakaroon na ng biyakan.
Bakit ka nga mag-idea ng ganyan if...
kasi nga, bakit sila sa central government eh?
Hindi naman agreeable si BBM sa PI Pinapatigil niya nga. It's just the lower house na...
Ilang beses niya nang sinabi.
Sa lower house lang naman nag-PI.
No, he actually agreed. Sinabi nga niya, ngayon na lang siya nag-disagree.
Kasi na-realize niya na...
Wait lang, merong nagbabounce.
Kasi na-realize niya na masasagasaan yung Senate, so pinapatigil niya na lang. So at least pinatigil.
That was an afterthought, Daddy Rico.
At least na-reverse.
Sure ka?
Was it reverse, Daddy Rico?
Hindi. Alam ko na patuloy yun sa background kaya nga nag-iimbestiga pero his recent position is tigil yung PI. It's divisive na
That isn't his recent position.
Hindi natigil ang PI.
Wait lang guys, I'll give you your time to say your piece. Para hindi naman ma-feel ni Daddy Rico na kinukuyog siya. Okay. Daddy Rico?
Okay lang.
Ano ang tawag dito? Yung sinasabi mo na, hindi naman siya ganito, hindi naman siya ganyan. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, we really want to believe it eh. Kaso nga lang, like what you said earlier, because may history, ang hirap maniwala. Diba?
Pero yung PI is initiated by the lower house, hindi naman initiated ng OP yan.
Daddy Rico, you tell the Kumiga, baka in the kaparahan. Okay? The
Separation of powers.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate to you the reason that the president is entirely in this. Okay? I'm going to explain it. The budget of COMELEC for conduct of plebiscite, election, referendum, conduct of election, referendum, and plebiscite. The recommendation of COMELEC for 2024 is 2.5 billion pesos. I made a post about this. You can look at it in my page. DBM, okay? DBM reduced that recommendation to 2.3, almost 2.3 billion pesos. Okay? That is the the recommendation in the National Expenditure Program. Okay. The budget, of course, went through deliberation from the lower house and the upper house. And then, when it was approved by both houses, by both chamber, just like any other law, it was transmitted to the president, and the president signed the GAA, because GAA is a law, right?
Yes.
During the bicameral meeting, there was an insertion of 12 billion pesos on that line item. making the budget for the conduct of election, referendum, and plebiscite 14 billion pesos. Now tell me if the president is not aware of this PI or not. He is fucking aware. You
May-
cannot just insert 12 billion pesos without putting the president on board to it. So wag mo kong paandaran na hindi siya aware at hindi siya agree. Agree siya dyan. Binadgetan niya yan.
Correct.
So may document ba na magpapatunay?
Yes, nakapost. Nasa wall ko. Nandun.
Pirmado niya?
Yes, pirmado niya. Yung pirmado niya yung NEP, pirmado niya yung GAA. Batas na nga yung GAA na yan eh.
Yung GA, pero yung pag-initiate ng PI,
Pinakita ko sa'yo ngayon, will you shut up?
hindi. Kasi karapatan ko magsalita.
Ayan, gagawin natin. But anyway, I'm going to show to everyone because importante yun. Okay, NEP 2024. NEP 2024. COMELEC.
Asa na siya? Parang bumaba.
Ba't ka bumaba?
Bakit siya bumaba?
Nalaglag lang. Okay. Ay, teka, hindi yata ito yung ano. NEP 2024. Ayan. NEP 2024. Ayan, National Expenditure Program, Fiscal Year 2024. Ayan, para makita nyo na talagang kinuha ko dito sa DBM. So, nasa DBM yan, ha? Di pa tayo sa COMELEC.
Is it as explicit command na?
Yes. Sobrang explicit.
So, sinabi niya na, okay, mag-start kayo ng PI.
Bakla, pagka may pera, ano ba naman yan?
Hindi, dapat,
You think he's going to leave trace like that? He's not stupid, no? I know Pbbm is dumb.
Nadirito.
hindi, sorry, wala akong tiwala kasi sa mga
Wala rin akong
visit
tiwala
panda
sa'yo.
niyo kasi
Kapag wala-
usually yung mga panda niyo walang evidence, yung pagburang video.
The
Wala namang
approval
video.
of the budget is the evidence, okay? And
Oh,
ikaw
pero iba yung
sabi, hindi
explicit
siya
na sin or like,
wait.
Okay, is it-
Wait. Di ba sinabi mo, nagbago na nga siya? Ikaw rin mismo sinabi mo, agree siya
yun
dyan.
nga, sabi niya wag na ng PI kasi
O,
bibisin
pagkatapos
na.
ayaw niya na kasi na-realize niya yung Senate masasagasaan. O di ibig sabihin, gusto niya talaga yun nung una. Ikaw rin mismo sinabi mo, agree siya dyan nung una eh. Pero ngayon ayaw niya na dahil masasagasaan yung Senate.
Hindi siya agree sa PI.
Teka! Hindi!
Okay, say, so, wala ako, hindi ako nagmamagaling ha. Hindi ako nagmamagaling. So, I don't care if kuyugin niyo ko.
O, ito, Commission on Elections. O, ayan. Commission on Elections. Teka.
Ginoo ko.
O.
Diyos ko, may marimar. Bidurika!
Ito. Nakikita nyo ba? Nakikita nyo, guys? Conduct and supervision of election, referenda, recall votes, and plebiscite. Okay. Magkano yung ano? Itong figure na to, itong nakikita yung figure na yan.
Wala pa sa screen.
Ate, wala ate.
Ito. Ito, nakikita nyo na? Ito yan, oh. Conduct and supervision of election, referenda, recall votes. Ay, wala pa. Sorry. Ayan. Expenditure Program, Fiscal Year 2024, Volume 3, Conduct and Supervision of Election, Referenda, Recall Votes, and Plebiscite. Oh. Ito is the recommendation of COMELEC. This is the approval of DBM, 2.29 billion. Ang recommendation nila, 2.571. Okay, tingnan natin, papakita ko lang sa inyo yung ano ha. Ayan. COMELEC, recommendation ng DBM to. This is the COMELEC recommendation, this is the DBM recommendation. Okay? Balik tayo ulit dun sa figure. Ayan. Okay? Wala tayong pagtatalunan, yan yung ano ha, yan yung National Expenditure Program. Ito, okay? Yung NEP 2024, okay, para sa impormasyon mo, Daddy Rico. Yung NEP 2024, yan yung sinubmit sa legislature para i-deliberate ang budget. Okay? Yan yun. Punta sila sa legislature, hearing, kada committee, kung sino yung may hawak ng mga specific na government agency na yon. Sabi, ito yung ano nyo, ito yung request nyo, 2.5. Bakit yun yung request nyo? Ganyan. So, ganun yung mga usapan doon. Okay? Okay, ngayon. Meron ng GAA for 2024, right? Meron ng GAA for 2024, tama? Na-approve ko ng December 2023. Okay?
Yes.
So, ano yung actual na na-approve para sa specific na line item na ito. Okay? Okay. So, pupuntahan ko yan. Okay? GAA, teka, close ko to kasi lilipat tayo ng tab. Okay? GAA 2024. Okay? GAA 2024. Eto na, batas na to, na-approve December 23, 2023. Okay, ayan. Asa na ang COMELEC? Hanapin natin ang COMELEC.
Ito, hindi ka ba naniwala sa sinasabi ni Miss Joy? Ano ba?
Wait lang.
Ano sinasabi mo?
Okay, so sige, let's start with, sige, napasa na yan, di ba? So,
Oo.
let's use your logic. Is it enough to call for a secession? An idea of secession?
Mali yung,
Wait lang.
walang ganong assertion dito sa usapan na to. The reason
Bangad ka man, Rico.
Hindi kasi ginagawa niyong yung PI para mag-CCD.
Huwag mong baguhin yung
Hindi
argumento.
ako pag nagtatanong lang.
No. Ito nga kaya kasi sinasabi ko makinig ka. Walang
Okay.
nag-a-assert dito na yung budget na to, yung reason for the secession. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is my proof that the president knows that there's going to be a PI and constitutional change and whatnot. It is part of his plan. He is one of the
Okay.
progenitor of this idea. Okay,
Can it
wait
be
lang.
challenged?
I'm just going to show to everyone yung GAA, yung budget ng COMELEC. Ayan.
Yes, can it be challenged sa
Huwag
Supreme Court?
mo na magsalita. I'm going to give the floor to someone else. White Ahas, you wanted to say something habang hinahanap ko yung sa COMELEC.
Alam mo, Daddy Rico, sabihin ko lang yung mga taong katulad mo yung magpa-fuel lalo ng ng calls for Mindanao secession Idea pa
Bakit?
nga lang to, wala pang solidong movement.
Idea pa lang
Kung lalo mo kaming gagalitin, baka nga maging movement na tong Mindanao Independence. Yung call namin dito is our grievances na ilang dekada na namin or ilang siglo na namin din
Kaya nga yung
dinadaing.
punto ko, kayo yung i-prioritize. Kasi matagal na nga kayo.
Wait. O, sige, let's go back. Wait lang, bago kayo mag-away dyan ng tuluyan.
Hindi ako nakikipag-away. I'm just, having a discussion.
Wait.
Akala mo, Rico, discussion pa yan ang ginagawa. Mali yung discussion.
Yes, I am using your argument.
No. Wait lang. Eto na lang ko demonstrate ko lang. Nakita nyo, conduct and supervision of election, referenda, recall, vote, and plebiscite. Okay? Take a look at the final budget for that item. 14,229,617. You mean to say, BBM signed this na napasukan siya ng 12 billion na hindi niya alam kung para saan yan?
Tama, alam niya yan.
Okay. So, yes. So, let's say that, okay, so let's agree na lang para madali na lang to. So, sige, in-insert.
No, Daddy Rico, na-demonstrate
Wait
na
lang.
namin dito. No.
Wait lang.
Okay, I think I have given you enough time. Na-demonstrate na namin dito that you do not know what you're talking about. Diba? Ina-assert mo na hindi ito alam ni PBBM, na hindi siya sinusuportahan ng PI, when in fact, he has all the budgetary support for this movement. Okay?
Hindi, kasi
You do not know what you're talking about.
Hindi,
And I
ang
think we are
PI
done
nag-start
with you
kasi
now.
sa
No,
lower
I
housing.
think we are done with you now, and I'm going to give the floor to someone else.
Sige,
Okay.
balik na ako sa trabaho.
Okay, thank
Next
you.
time na lang.
Thank you very
Diyan ka
much.
muna. Gusto kita kausapin.
Hindi. Ayan na,
Masisante ako.
Ano na yun?
Ma-
Wala na yun.
Diyan ka muna. Gusto kita kausapin.
Masisid ako sa kampanya ko, wag naman.
Makinig ka muna. Makinig ka muna.
Ako yung masisid.
Masisipin siya sa kumpanya niya. Ay, magtrabaho ka na. Sige na, okay na.
Di wow.
Next time, babalik ako, huwag kayong mag-alala.
Ay, kahit
Bumalik
wag na.
ka next time.
Ay, dili na, ayaw na.
We have obtained everything that we need from you and napatunayan na namin na hindi mo alam yung sinasabi mo.
Hindi, may kulang pa. Next time na lang.
Kung bumalik,
No, listen.
you make sure that you know what you're talking about. O sige.